In Washington now, the Senate Armed Services Committee is set to hear from the nation's top intelligence officials today. Director of National Intelligence, Avril Haines, will testify on worldwide threats to the U.S. Haines' report comes as the U.S. contends with tension from Russia and growing concern over China, specifically the spy balloon, TikTok, and other apps, and Chinese investors buying American land. Now, one lawmaker who's been sounding the alarm on those real estate deals is Oklahoma Republican Senator Markwayne Mullin. He joins me right now. Good morning to you, Senator. On a scale of 1 to 10, hi, how concerned should Americans be about these land deals?
Well, we have to be very strategic on moving forward. It is very concerning. The Chinese Communist Party is doing every effort they can to infiltrate every aspect of our lives through land purchases, all the way through the technology and our dependency on them. It's part of their Belt and Road Initiative. China, many years ago, came out with the Belt and Road Initiative, and their idea was to build a road to make all roads lead back to China, to make the world dependent on them, to honestly take over. One thing that they're trying to do is buy up our land, and the more they buy up our land, they're trying to disguise it as investments. What really is happening, though, is they're buying it around strategic areas, like missile silos, around complexes, let's say in Oklahoma, around Fort Sill, around Tinker Air Force Base, Vance Air Force Base, Altus Air Force Base, or even McAllister, where we have an ammunition depot. And those are areas we have to focus on because, Adrienne, there's literally tens of thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of transactions that take place every day in Oklahoma with real estate. We have to be very cautious on what we can put our efforts to. And so strategic sites are where we're constantly finding that Chinese investors are trying to infiltrate and get close to. Why? Because they're trying to spy on what we're doing, because they know that for them to finish their Belt and Road Initiative, they got to go through America. And they are, in my opinion, moving the Stalin approach and wanting to destroy America from within.
But do you think that, I mean, I got to kind of say the other side here. Do you think that this is xenophobic at all? Or what do you say to people who believe that this is just a lot of fear-mongering, this is discriminatory towards China, or this is overreaction by some?
They need to wake up and pay attention and see what's happening around the world right now. Understand that China just 10 years ago only had investments in about 10% of the countries around the world. Now they're investing in roughly 70%, and they're strategically buying up ports to where they can close off gaps. As we speak right now, Adrienne, in Argentina, they control the river that brings goods in and out from the interior of South America. They are currently charging a tariff in the name of the PRC. Or PCR, or People's Republic of China. Yeah, and they're charging a tariff for goods because they say they own that because they invested in deepening that channel. That's speaking right now in South America. They're within probably a year of owning the Panama Canal. They already control the gates.
You've been so thoroughly read up on this. We appreciate your time, Senator Markwayne Mullin. We have to go. We're out of time, but thank you so much for being with us. Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.